What if I told you that you have a remarkable ability, an ability that can help you to experience life differently? And what's more, that remarkable ability that you already have is being used every day of your life, and that's your powerful imagination. And you can harness this as your superpower to change the way that you experience life simply by making the choice to practice and start thinking differently. So if this is a choice and a skill which anybody can choose to practice, and if it could help you feel more comfortable and more confident in yourself, whether that's at work, in social situations, or having to speak up anywhere, would you be willing to practice? And what difference would that make to the way that you experience your life? Well, in this video, I'm going to explain how to harness that simple skill which can become your superpower that gives you the choice to create a more positive expectation and outcome in any situation. So let's get started. Now, this isn't some sort of woo-woo thing, it's actually based on research and science, because imagination is the very thing which helped us as humans survive and thrive. We were able to use our imagination in a really positive way to think ahead, to plan, and that's what helped us be ready for action and gave us better abilities to defend ourselves and survive. And so it's the same for us now. Our imaginations help us think about our future plans for life, or that very same imagination can hinder us too, keeping us trapped in cycles of anxiety, worry, or even depression. But the good news is that your imagination is one of the best and most remarkable abilities that you have to beat the limitations that anxiety creates for you. Because your imagination is as powerful as your thoughts. When you imagine something, it's your natural ability to create and view something in the theatre of your mind. So think of your imagination as your reality generator. And what's really interesting, and actually most important, is that our brains don't really distinguish between what's really happening or whether we're imagining it. So we get the same response. If we see something happy, we remember something happy, then we feel those emotions. If we see something bad and sad, then we feel sad and emotional too. Now, because our brains don't know the difference between reality and imagination, when you replay a situation over and over, it becomes real for your brain. At least it's important for the wiring of your brain. And that's important because when you imagine standing up, giving a presentation, for example, talking confidently, making eye contact, your brain networks begin to change and reflect that. And that means that when it comes to doing this in real life, you're going to be prepared and you're going to be automatically feeling more optimistic, confident, and so on. And so you will be more in control of that situation. It's a technique that I also use with my clients in private sessions, because when we create a state of deep relaxation during hypnosis, we use positive visualization of their particular situation and their solutions, because that allows them to access their own resources, and it's a really powerful way to break unhelpful and inappropriate patterns in the brain and replace them with better ones. So here's how you can start doing it for yourself. I want you to begin by removing all distractions and then get as relaxed as possible. Now, you might want to try box breathing or progressive muscle relaxation. That can really help calm your body down. And once you are fully relaxed, keeping your eyes closed, continue to breathe slowly and deeply and begin to visualize that specific successful outcome for an occasion, an event, or something that you're shortly going to be facing. So for example, if you usually find yourself tongue-tied at social situations, just imagine yourself smiling, feeling calm as you enter the room full of people and they're actually pleased to see you there. And you might want to try out conversation starters or think about how you're going to be moving around the room. So concentrate on making that eye contact with people. Try out some small talk and think about easy questions that you can use to get people talking about themselves. But in this process, just be realistic, not negative, and tell yourself, I can do it. And the more I do it, the easier it will become. Now remember, the key here when you're visualizing is to actually focus on what you actually want to happen, not what you don't want to happen, because you are in control, and don't allow any negative images or thoughts to come in as you're doing this. See yourself having a great time and imagine yourself mingling and talking to all the people there. Actually visualize them enjoying your company, talking to you and laughing with you, and see it clearly over and over, and leave no room for doubt in your mind that it's going to happen. And the other thing which you can do that really helps too is to engage all of your senses. So as you move through that event or that situation in your visualization, start to see all the colours, hear the conversations and the laughter. What will you be able to smell? Really get that scent going too. Feel any textures that are around you. Make it as realistic as possible and make it truly vivid in your mind. And do this often as a way to really empower yourself. So practice in the days leading up to an event or a situation, maybe before you go to sleep too. And that really helps change take place, because change does take practice and repetition. And it's the consistency of repetition of those thoughts that helps your brain wire neural networks. And you know, it's far more than just positive thinking, because you're actually creating changes in your brain. And as you continue repeating this habit, the key to success is that repetition, because visualization is a systematic way of improving your ability to control how you feel in any situation, because your attention is then being directed towards what you want to achieve, harnessing the power of expectation. So when you create a positive expectation for yourself, you actually strengthen the likelihood of that actually happening. And I'd love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments, what would be better for you if you were able to practice this process? The other powerful benefit that you get from visualizing things positively is that you harness the power of your reticular activating system. It's a network of neurons, and the job of that reticular activating system is that it acts like a filter system, deciding what you pay attention to based on what you're thinking about and focusing on. So after you visualize something going well, being seen or standing up, making a point, then your reticular activating system focuses your attention on the things related to what you're visualizing. So it helps you notice opportunities and information that align with your thoughts, making your visualized scenarios feel more real. So visualization with strong emotions also helps too, and that can really guide your brain to see and attract things that match your thoughts, helping you to move forward towards your goals, spotting opportunities and seeing the evidence that you are confident, you are moving forward, you are capable, that you can do this, instead of focusing on all the negative things in the way that you used to. Now, we use visualization and imagery during hypnosis, harnessing the power of suggestion. And if you want to experience that now, this video here will really help you feel more relaxed and more in control of your feelings and emotions, especially with social situations. So you can go and watch that now, and I'll see you there.